What's up, all my Power Addicts crew? Today we're looking at how to find the turn signal and running light wire on the front of your Jeep. Actually, the way I'm going to try to structure this is that I'm not going to worry so much about your red is this or your blue is this or whatever. I want you to know how to find it no matter what vehicle. So if I tell you this color codes this, that color codes that, it's not really going to help you as much as knowing exactly how to find what you need, okay? So keep that in mind. The rig we're doing today is my 91 YJ, my 93 may be a different, but I want you to be able to do this even if it's a Chevrolet, Ford, or whatever, because the procedure is the same, whether it's the front, whether it's the rear, whatever, it doesn't matter, okay? Cool, all right, let's get on with this. We have our headlights on, we got them on low beam, and I'm gonna show you guys how to find the low beam and high beam on your headlights itself. Then we'll drop down here, we'll take out the turn signal lights right here in the marker, take that out, and we'll show you how to find those bulbs. Or those wires, yeah, that's what I meant. Now I put these headlights in a while back as a demonstration on how to put these in. As an evaluation, did I like them, all that kind of fun stuff. Because they were sent to me from one of the sponsor things. So if you come over here, here's the wiring that goes along with that. And I failed on that video to tell you guys which one was the turn signal and which one was the running light. The white on this bulb is the running light, the yellow is the turn signal. And you guys kept asking, okay, which wire does it tap into on your Jeep? Valid question, and I did make a boo-boo and didn't include that into it. So here's the follow-up video to get that done for you. The tool we'll be using today, just a simple little test light. You look right over here, I've got one end connected to the ground right there. And if you see, watch the little test light, I come over and touch the positive side. See how it lights up? Turn it loose, touch. That's how you know you got solid ground, or you can hook it anywhere on the chassis. But what you'll do is you'll hook it somewhere on the alternator bracket or whatever, and you'll touch here. You'll see that you've got connection whenever you got power. So to demonstrate it hooking straight to a ground, we'll go ahead and take it off the battery here, and we'll hook it to here. Right here's the air conditioning bracket, right below it is the alternator, so we'll just squeeze the clamp, hook it to that. Let me take the camera off the tripod here so you guys can see that. See right there, I've got it hooked right to the top of the alternator. That should give you your ground you need. So now what we're going to take is the other end and we'll touch the positive battery post to ensure we have connection of ground. Back here the positive, touch it. Ta-da! Lights off, lights on, lights off, lights on. We have ground. So now let's go back to our headlights. Let's start touching some wires. First we're going to touch the black. Okay, I know all you gearheads out there know that the black is actually going to be ground, so it is not going to light up. See, no light up. When we touch the red, now remember we got low beams on, not the high beams. When we touch the red, we got, look, nothing. Okay, let's check the low beam wire, which is blue in this case. We touch it, and look at that. Off, on, there we go. So if you come down here, that's the blue on this particular light. But if you come back here and look at the wiring harness, your color is going to be different. And if you follow your harness back, it's black, it's right here. This is a dark green wire. Touch that, we got nothing. White with red stripe, we got nothing. Green wire, we got light. Now I told you guys I wasn't going to worry so much about colors, but I mean I'm just kind of doing it because of demonstration here. But what you basically do is, you look at this wire right here. You touch it, it didn't light up. Come over here, it didn't light up. Touch this right here, and it lights up. That is going to be your low beam wire. So what you'll do is, on this Jeep right here, that wire's green. But if you were working on Chevrolet, Ford, or whatever, and they take pretty much all the same style bulbs of this generation anyway, same style plug. This, where it makes this little triangle across the base right here, that's going to be your low beam right there. So that's going to make this white wire over here on this Jeep will be the high beam. Well, let's test that. Let me go flip the high beams and we'll try it out. Okay, so I went inside the Jeep and I hit the high beams. What should happen now is this green wire should be off. See, it did not light up. It turns off the green wire. This green wire is being your low beam. Typically what happens is it switches the voltage from the low beam to the high beam. So it turns off low beam, it should turn on the high beams. So there you go. So now we got high beams on, low beams off, and that's gonna be your ground. And for kicks and giggles, I'll do back to low beam just to show it for the demonstration purposes. Now we're back on low beam, which should put this wire right here back to active. See the light? Yay, on, off, on, off. Now this is your high beam wire. Touch it, nothing. So again, we're working on 1991 Jeep or here right now. If this were a Chevrolet, Ford, or whatever, the pattern is pretty much going to stay the same amongst all the bulbs of this type of bulb. But what you can do is say, okay, this is my low beam. Take you a piece of tape or whatever, wrap it around that wire, put L for low beam. This be high beam, wrap a piece of tape around, put H for high beam. That way, then you know you got this right here left. That's going to be your ground. Or if you can see the colors real well as we can, this right here, you can always get your piece of paper, write down what your color code is for the particular vehicle that you're working on. Now, back to the wiring of these headlights. You got these two wires here. One's yellow, one's white. The yellow is your turn signal, the white is your daytime running light. So what I had set up at one point, now I'm only going to demonstrate this off of one side because I mean otherwise I have to run a wire over to that one and all that fun jazz. But what you'll do is you'll run your wire from that white wire over here, run it down and under like this right here and back up to this white wire. Then you'll come out like you see here. See the white wire there? I just got the two wires touching, which is allowing the daytime running light to be on. And I have, obviously, you see I have the headlights turned off. The key is on, but the headlight is off. Gotcha? So now that white wire actually runs back to my fuse block here, where I found a wire, a open box here, an open port that is active when the key is on. Not when the headlights or running lights or turn signals, only when the key is on. And you guys look at the position. I'm not sure what relay that would be in your rig or whatever, but you can kind of look at the position where I've got that. But how would you find that? How would you find it if you didn't, which I don't know where my box is. It's been gone forever, so I can show you guys how to find a keyed hot port on your fuse block, okay? Let's do that next. Now, before we get into finding the exact wire, let me explain how these ports right here work. This is what you call a Bosch 5-pin style plug. 5-pin for your 5-pin relays. The way this works is these two right here is normally your accessories. Accessory meaning if you was wiring up a set of lights for your Jeep or whatever, it would run off of this port right here. And if you were setting up an aftermarket relay, this will be supplied power all the time. So this two right here, one of these is typically ground, one of them is typically switched. So what happens is there's power feeding to this one all the time, and whenever you turn the key on, or in case if you were running aftermarket lights, when you turn the key on, it'll activate this side right here, which will complete the circuit between this and this, turning on your lights. So this to this goes to your accessory, be it lights, be it whatever the case may be. These two right here are your switching circuits, okay? Remember that. Here's two switchings. These two right here is your accessory. Switch, switch, accessory. This on the fuse blocks on these right here, normally this is ground, normally this is power, and I'll show you that over here. Okay, right now, here's my situation. The key is off, headlights off. It's just like I got the keys in my pocket and you know, the vehicle is parked for the night or whatever, okay? So what we do is we take our little test light and start checking our ports. No power there. And I told you these right here, across these two right here are gonna be your switch side, and this is your accessory side this way. Okay, no power. No power. Let me turn it so you can see the light better. No power. No power. No power. And that side ain't got no ports in it. Let's see. We'll check this side right here. Nada. And this one ain't got nothing in it. Nada. 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 So now I'm gonna go in the Jeep and turn the key on, and we'll find it from there. Remember, your daytime running lights, you want them on a keyed circuit. When the key comes on, you want the daytime running lights on. So I'll be right back. Now right now, the key is on. So let's start testing these ports again. Look at that, we got power on this one now. Nothing on that one, nothing on that one, nothing on that one. Do we got anything on this one? Nada, nothing. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one. Nothing on that one, but we got it on that one. And so like I said, these two terminals right here on a Bosch or a 5-pin relay are normally your switching circuit. This is going to be on a YJ or most of your vehicles, period. This is going to be your grounding side. This is going to be your hot switch side. So whatever switch you hooked is normally going to be on this post over here. And like I said, that we don't have anything. That's fuel pumps, and one of them's the AFD relay, so we don't want to fool with none of those. So right there will be where you will hook your daytime running light onto. Now if you happen to have a fuse in this port right here, use one of the other ones that has power to it when the key is on, and you'll be good to go. See, I could use that if I wanted to. So before you get into all your electrical goodness, let's get this light out of there. Just take your... I'm lazy, I'm using my drill today instead of a screwdriver. Now let me rephrase it, I'm not being lazy, I'm being efficient. Once you get your screws out, just get you something, get it behind that lens right there, and it'll slide right out of there. And there is your plug. Alright, let me change the camera angles on you so you guys get a better view of what I'm doing. There you go. I've got the thing hung on my little shoelace. So if you want, you can take this out right here where you can see the bulb and all that kind of fun, fancy stuff. Now here we have the back side of our plug for the YJ. Now again, GM, Ford, whatever, they're good. This plug right here could be designed different, but this is 1157 style bulb. Get out of there. Yeah, see right there? This is 1157 A, which means amber, but still 1157 style bulb. Pop it back in. Right here on the side here and here, you can separate these plugs right here on the Jeeps. So get your little pointy thingy or knife or whatever. Be careful, don't stab yourself. Pry that back a little bit. Be careful, don't break it, because you really don't want to do that. That one's separated. Come over, get this one. Then what you do is, once you get that cap broke loose on that end right there, you can take and just roll it back here. It unhooks from this end, so that exposes all your electrical inside here. So let's get that up off that metal so we don't get no shorting stuff going on. Alright, so now I'm going to go turn on my headlights, which will turn on the running light feature of the bulb. Okay, we got the headlights are running lights on. We're going to take a little light right here, a little test light. We'll start touching stuff. Oh, nope, not that one. Ah, look at that, we got that one. That's your running light. So now I'm going to go turn on the turn signals, and we'll see what we got. All right, we're making a turn. See our little flashy light? Let's touch this first one again. Oh, look at that. My little test light's flashing right with it. That's how you know. So this is your turning wire. This is your daytime, is your running light. That one's gonna be your ground. So, see my test light flashing? I'll cover that up so you guys get a better view. See, test light's flashing, that's your turn. Touch this right here, it's staying solid, so that's your running light. That'll be in your ground. So you'll tap the yellow wire for your headlight up here. The yellow wire will tap into these wires right here to give your turn signals. Now, some people will go, I don't want to cut my wires, and I 100% understand. Let me show you something. Now, if we're going to take this wire right up to your turn signal up here to the headlight, just take you a wire like this right here. No lead, no crimpers, no crimp connector, nothing like that. Just roll it over like this right here. Stick it under that wire right there, like that. Get up underneath there. Stick it underneath it like that. When you close it down, it'll hold. But also, whenever you put your cover back on here, you lock it on, it'll hold that wire in place, so you don't have to cut into your wiring harness. So let me show you. We got that there. Here's the end of that wire here that you'll hook onto the yellow wire for your headlight. Touch it right here. Watch my light. See? You don't have to tap your harness. You can simply come right off that plug right there. So everyone who was asking how do you hook up the turn signal and the daytime running light for these headlights, there you go. That's how you do it. Pretty simple. Dad rode in, got to chit-chatting with him, and it's done got cold and dark out here. So there you go. Simple little test light. That's how you find your headlight for your low beam, high beam, turn signal wires, running light wire, and all that fun stuff. And that's how you wire those headlights up as well. So what I'll do is I'll link these two videos together. The headlight video where I did the, I like this headlight, video thing. I'll link the two together. So if you see the headlight one first, you can bounce over to the how to finish up the wiring and how to do the distribution centers and all that kind of fun stuff. Or if you can run across this video first, I'll link it up to the headlights where you can bounce over by the headlights if you like them. They really are good headlights. They got great light patterns. But I mean, I'm not a bling bling person, meaning that it's got the daytime running lights, it's got the fancy little turn signals, stuff like that. It's just not my thing. They're cool, they look good, whatever, but it's just there's people out there who are like, oh, well, my paint just perfectly smooth and all that fun stuff. You know what? I really couldn't care less. If it gets me to A to B, I'm good. That's fine. So I didn't want to run the daylight, running lights on them. I didn't want to run the turn signals because what I got factory works just fine. See? So, but how you want to do it, totally up to you. So the combination of the headlight video, where you can get all that fancy stuff, and this video will get you what you need to get that done, okay? Also, with the turn signal things, because you're introducing an LED to it, you may need that the flasher module that has the ground wire to it. And I'll put all link that down into the comments down below too, to where you can buy that if you need it. So everyone, if you enjoyed this video and you learned a little something from it, be sure to hit that thumbs up for me, because that really helps me get this channel to grow, okay? And also, let's see, you can leave some cool comments. Got any video ideas? Drop them down there as well. So everyone, if you enjoyed this video, thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, leave some cool comments down below. Peace. Later, y'all. It's dark and cold out here.